And welcome back, and it is the 16th of May, high plus 5 a day, and let's just go straight to the first question. Okay, so we have a velocity time graph of the particle for 24 seconds. I really don't really like this question, so on my list of questions I don't like, this is one of them, bounds is the other one. Then it says, after how many seconds was the acceleration 0? Okay, so that's not too bad. So that involves you knowing that the change in velocity over the change in time is your velocity. In other words, it's saying where is the gradient equal to 0? And the gradient is equal to 0 here, which happens now. I haven't done a great job here, so let's just, for the sake of argument, just put this here. That looks to be, what's my scale? 8, 9, 10. That looks to be about 9 seconds, doesn't it? So let's call that 9 seconds. I will say in a real exam, be more precise than I am being, but anything sort of around that 9.5 or something seconds is fine. Work out an estimate of the distance travelled in the first 8 seconds. Let's get rid of this. These are the questions I don't like. So what I'm going to do now, it would normally say in a question, I'm just going to use two things. It would normally say use 2 strips, or it will help you slightly more. So I'm going to use 2 strips because frankly, that looks like that does a good enough job, doesn't it? Those are close enough, a triangle and a trapezium. Now I need the y value, so I'm going to zoom in a bit. So this y value I'm going to call 2. I'm not too bothered about being precise here. In an exam, be more precise. And that y value is 3, which means the estimate of the distance is going to be the first bit. Let's call this a and b. So a is going to be 1/2 times the base, which is 4, times the height, which is 2. And b is a trapezium, so it's going to be 1/2 times the height of the trapezium, not of the sort of lines going upwards, which is 4 again, times by the sum of the parallel sides, which is 2 plus 3. Let's work these out. So 1/2 times 2 is 1, times 4 is 4. 1/2 times 4 is 2, 2 times 5 is 10. So that gives me a nice round 14 meters. I don't like those questions, but actually those two weren't too bad, were they? Oh, there we go. Okay, classic question. Is your answer to the distance over or under estimate? Now, normally you would get a really clear line that goes above or line that goes below when you draw a straight line. I would say this is a bit more marginal, but I think if I zoom in a bit, I think the point is my straight line goes just below. So what you need to do is you need to say either over or under. So I'm going to say underestimate, and then you're going to say because your straight line or your estimate, so your straight line is below curve. And obviously it's an overestimate, you say it's over the curve. Right, not too bad. Next question. Solve the simultaneous equations. Okay, now the temptation here, I think, is to say that x equals 38 minus 3y. But that looks a bit messy. So what I might do actually instead is I might say y is equal to 38, I'm not sure this is going to be much quicker, 38 over 3 minus x over 3. And then try and fix it in a second, because then I can say that this is equal to this. Right, so let's write this out. So 38 over 3 plus, not plus, minus, minus x over 3 is equal to x squared plus x plus 2. Then I'm going to multiply everything by 3. So that tells me that 38 minus x is equal to 3x squared plus 3x plus 6. I haven't had to square 38, so actually that's not too bad, is it? Let's tidy this up. So 0 is equal to 3x squared. Add x to both sides is 4x. Take away 38 from both sides gives me minus 32. And then can I factorise this? Now, because it's a question about solving, I suspect I probably can. So let's give it a go. So it's going to be 3x and x, and then 32. There's quite a few things for 32, isn't there? So there's 8 and 4, 2 and 16. It feels like the numbers are quite close. So let's go with 8 and 4. So 3 times 8 is 24, so that's too far away. So we'll put the 8 here and the 4 here. So I am genuinely guessing here. Normally I try and do this with a bit more thought. So 3 times 4 is 12 minus, oh, that is right. So 3 times plus 4 is 12x minus 8x. That does work. Now it's over. It's this first video you've ever watched me do. Don't worry, I've done loads of these. I get quite good at sort of like getting a feel for them. Obviously that comes with practice. Don't worry too much. Anyway, point is, this gives me a value of x equals 8 over 3. And this one gives me a value of x equals minus 4. what do we have over here? So over here, I had this, actually, let's do the rearranged one. So I had that x plus 3y equals 38, or y equals 38 over 3 minus x over 3. God, it's not very nice at all, is it? So therefore y is equal to 38 over 3 minus 8 over 3 over 3, which is 8 over 9. I'm just going to use my calculator to get this right, which is the not very nice 106 over 9. This one might be a little bit better. So therefore y equals 38 over 3 minus, which is plus 4 over 3. A bit more sensible of a number. So this one is 14. What does it want? Solve. Okay. So put these answers nice and clearly together. So therefore x equals 8 over 3, y equals 106 over 9. Or x equals minus 4 and y equals 14. Don't just leave your answers sort of stuck in a load of working, because otherwise I won't be able to find them and you might actually lose out on the marks. Either way, question done. Last question today. Solve. Now, again, because it's a solve question, because it's on Corbett Maths, my guess is, especially if it's a non-calculator paper, my guess is I can factorise. So I'm going to guess at 2x and x. Now, because it's minus 2, it's going to be 2 and 1. So the question is, does the 2 go on the left or does the 2 go on the right? I want plus 3, so I think it's 2 times plus 2 minus 1 is 3. And that's it. I've done that first part. So that's less than 0, which means my solutions are a half and minus 2. So there's minus 2 and a half. I want all values that are less than 0. So my final answer, this one is not too bad, is it? So my final answer is 2 x and a half. Now, because that has the equal symbol, I'm going to put the equal symbol here, and that is my final answer. That is today done. I am done with these questions for today. Actually, I say that. It wasn't too bad today, was it? It could have been a bit worse. Let me know how it went for you. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.